brought it up, but I know why he's doing it. When he's done with football, he's going to cut all his hair off. He's going to donate it to little kids for their hair for cancer patients.
Don't do
that. Sounds like James.
Sell them for money. He needs to go to like Dove, because theirs they actually give to the kids as opposed to charging.
So James had a brother that passed away when he was a little kid of cancer, and James has an aunt that does this for charity every year. So he's just growing his hair really, really, really long one time, so he can get one good cut and carry it over and donate it.
That's awesome. Very awesome.
I donate my hair every time I get it cut because I'm lazy and I don't like to get my hair cut every 6 weeks. I wait 2 years and then cut off 18 inches.
I donated my hair to Ed on his birthday.
Oh, yeah, that was 21 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
my big old ponytail cut.
I once gave my ponytail to my dad for his birthday present.
What I did for Ed, because he was always threatening it. His ex-wife wanted to know why it was always on the bedside table.
Long lost love.
Now I have questions.
I knew it.
They're not worth asking.
Well, before we get into the questions, we're streaming, we're live, so welcome everybody. I would say it was a different type of conversation than what we usually have when we start off. I mean, this was actually very wholesome, and it's like, oh, we're going to donate our hair to, children who have cancer, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is a great way to start off. Very wholesome, very nice. And then I was waiting because someone was close, and I think it was it Glenn said something or what? Yeah. Okay. I'm like, yeah, here it comes. There's something bad's gonna happen. Alrighty,
to be honest, look at it in the afternoon.
Yeah. So welcome everybody. Welcome back to the Mystic Syndicate and the Princess of Celene campaign, 5th edition. We're here with the Drunken Dragons crew, and we are once again. Actually, this is episode 16. So tonight, you guys should level, hopefully, if you survive it. We'll see what happens. I don't know what. I can't make any promises. I did hear that there are some people who have their backups waiting in the wings, which is, I guess, that's always a smart thing to have. So hopefully we'll come out of this just slightly traumatized and yeah.
If I have to just survive, I can hide in the bush and
yeah,
let the world pass me by.
That's true. Yeah, there was something at the convention that I was at. One of the persons said, "Yeah, gosh, after I get done with this one shot, I may have to go to therapy." I was like, "Yeah, sorry." It was a rough road to hoe there, I'm sure. Yeah, so. But we're back here with the crew. We're at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Labor Day weekend. So because I think a lot of people had some. Is there a lot of things going on this week or plans? I can't remember if there were plans. While we switched it to today, but it was a good idea. I love the idea.
Because I'm not going to be here next week.
Ah, that's it. It's all Melinda's fault.
I know, blame me.
Well, that's good though.
All right. I didn't start attacking the vampires first, so that's not on me.
Okay, yeah, I think we have Pav to think about that one. Thank you, Pav, for starting that shit show off.
We learned a very important lesson.
You did.
Never let the paladin talk to the bad guy.
I still would have liked to have seen the thunder underwear myself. Or the ball clappers. Tell you what, I'm going to be happy when I get my hearing aids, but the game's not going to be near as entertaining in my head.
I'm pretty happy the Paladin was the one taking it. Because I don't think anyone else here, but maybe Kiffy, could have taken that beating.
Yeah, actually, yeah. But yeah, if it wasn't Pav, then yeah, Kiffy would probably be the next probably best meat shield or something to be beaten upon. Yeah. But no, it worked out pretty well. But you're still actually in the middle of combat. So to bring everybody back up to speed, last time that we were all together, you'd made it to Marydale. You'd started your investigation on the mysterious deaths that had been occurring throughout the village. You had been at the tavern, and I believe it's the Silver Swan, if I remember right, which was purchased by our one and only Tomas. There was, there was, the old 97. It's been renamed. Was the Silver Swan, now it's the old 97. There was a get together of townsfolk there to celebrate the arrival, kind of their hopeful saviors, so to speak. Some chaos went down. The vintner and his two companions, Nasiful, Adina, and Tinya, turned out to be vampire types. Kellex had some words out on the front lawn, so to speak, with Nasiful. His true nature was revealed, and as soon as that happened, everything just it got kind of chaotic. The party was sort of split, even though they were very close to one another. There was a fight going on inside the tavern as well as outside on the front lawn. So it was an interesting setup. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pop our map back on, and we're just going to get jumping right back into all the fun.
Yay!
Yay. All right, need to find yourselves. May take a second. Where is...
It's refreshing.
Where's the people? There's my peoples. Alrighty. Good deal. All right.
What?
Okay. And our turn.
Wait a minute.
Stretch out the turn order here to make sure everybody is in the in our turn order. I think everybody is. Okay, I think I see. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. We had. I think everybody is now kind of spilling out into the thing here. So I'm going to get rid of. Okay, there's Kiffy. See, I have Kiffy down here twice, so I'm kind of, and I got Kellex down here twice, and I got Yarn down here twice. Strange things. Okay, so let me, you know what? I'm going to be a kind and generous DM, and I'm going to make sure that you have the highest rolls that I can see here. So let's go ahead and start with Kiffy. We'll get rid of that Kiffy. So Kiffy has a 13. Kellex, you had a 10 up there. And Yarn, what did you have up there? You had a 12, and then you had an 11. So I'm going to get rid of that 11. Righty, let's see if there's anybody else. Oh no, there's another kid. Oh, wait. Oh, I gotta. Hold on, I gotta actually remove you, I think. How do I do? Okay, there we go. Now I've removed them. Okay, good deal. So I got Timble, Grenna, Kellex, Nasifal, Dina. Yeah, Dina's out the window. Yarn, Constrictor, and Melda. Am I missing anybody? Tomas is there too.
Tomas.
Okay. Yep, I got you. Alrighty, so I am going to descending order with, and I think we were at the top of the order, if I remember right, with
That's correct.
With Mr. Timble.
Are we still blind?
Actually, I think I know Kiffy is not blind. Kellex is Kellex.
I am.
Is Kellex blind? Kellex
Kellex
is
was
muted.
I was down. Yeah, I was down.
Okay, so you were down.
I think I'm the only one.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember Kiffy cast Lesser Restoration upon himself. which was good.
Alex was dead when the
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, very good.
Having a nap.
Alrighty. So I'm going to move this person out here.
So is that a yes or still blind?
Okay.
Yes, you're blind.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to turn towards. I don't have to turn. He was right there, and asking, is it Felix if he could point me in the direction of the building? I'm going to try to make my way in because I feel that'll be safer, being blind.
Right.
Okay. At some point I will pick up the gnome and then get him to the door.
Okay, so yeah, Kellex kind of scoops you up real quick and moves you very rapidly over to the door. You are now inside.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll just move in and find the first table and find a seat by touch.
Okay. Alrighty. Very, very good. Alrighty. So, Timble, as you were, you finally get a seat. You can still hear that there is also sort of chaos still going on outside, but you know that you're kind of unable to really address it. So you just kind of like sit there and breathe, try to get your bearings as best you can.
Yeah, if it sounds too chaotic, I will go under the table. I'm small. I don't want humans running me over. So
okay. So Tomas, you notice this as the door flies open really quick, and you see Kellex just sort of place Timble inside. But Timble does not look like he is doing well. As a matter of fact, his eyes have they look a little glassy and clouded over, and he seems to be doing this with his hands. He does finally find the table and take a seat. What are you doing?
Since I'm over at the bar, I'm going to look for bottles of distilled spirits.
Okay.
To maybe make Molotov cocktails out of.
Okay. All right.
you don't have to burn it to remodel it.
That's my job.
Yeah. Don't.
So
yeah.
as I do my search, how many bottles do you think I find? Or
Oh, okay. I'm going to say that easily you're able to find 10 empty bottles.
no, I'm looking for bottles that contain distilled spirits.
Actual spirits. Okay. Let's see how we can do that.
I know Everclear is in my bug out bag, so
I have tequila.
Okay.
we have multiple things. So
At this point in time, you can only find one full bottle of distilled spirits.
okay, so I'll take one of the empties and the one that's full, and make two, so I can have two Molotov cocktails.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That sounds like fun.
It sounds like a plan. We don't know what kind of plan it is.
Okay. So, Yarn, you are standing outside, looking all around. You see that I believe Kellex is up. He's a little bloodied, but he looks better than he did when you first walked out. He was on the ground and unresponsive. Same with Kiffy. Kiffy is now up and looking much better. So what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm fighting. I am attacking this creature,
Okay.
and she got fire on her. So, I'm making sure that the flaming spear is staying within 5 feet of her.
Okay.
You remember that one? Yes.
I do remember that.
Okay, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb. Yay!
Okay.
With fire damage, because I like fire.
Okay.
Luck! I'm going to do that again. All right, hold on.
You didn't use up all your luck last fight, did you? I'm trying to
I haven't
remember.
used luck my last
He
couple
He
of
didn't use. He didn't use luck, and I haven't used my bardic inspiration yet either.
Very good. Okay, so that'll hit.
Okay, and it does however many damage it said.
7 damage. Nice.
All right.
Okay. Liking it. All right. Okay, so Athena is going
You
to.
want me to do the damage for the fireball?
Yeah,
Or the
you
fire
should.
thing?
Yep.
Okay. Another 8.
Okay. All right, good deal. So she is going to do that. Alrighty, and she is going to take throw this guy off to the side and try to use her claws on you.
All righty.
Yarn. Let's see how that works out. 16.
I have a 15 armor class.
Okay, so you're going to take 7 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and then she's going to go in for the bite. And that is going to miss.
Yay!
Yay!
Real
Good.
quick, Brian.
Yeah.
Did you do claw? Did you do claw bite or did you do claw bite?
1 claw, 1 bite.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Because it's got to be a grapple to do the other
Yeah.
free action bite.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of like one. Okay, like there was this person right here in front of her. She pushed him out of the way, which I considered a part of that. So he only got 1 claw in that swipe.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I have a question. Does me taking damage in my concentration on my spell?
I believe you'll have to make a concentration check, and I'm trying to remember how to do those. I think it's just a Constitution save.
Okay. You want me to go ahead and do that?
Yeah, please do.
You mean it's not one of the million wisdom saves?
Luck!
Okay, luck number 2 coming down.
All right, come on. Come on. There we go.
You can do it.
There we go.
Okay, much better. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you were able to maintain that ability. So maybe wisdom where it probably would have been a better roll. I got to go back and look at those rules because I don't know all of the rules, unfortunately. I fly by the seat of my pants 24/7 usually. So try to make it
Hey, Brian.
fair. Yes.
Oh,
Being that I'm next to Yarn, I do get a reaction from my Sentinel
Constitution.
feat.
Order
I get
to-
to at least make 1 attack
Okay.
for the we move on. So, but
So-
we'll finish up with Yarn.
We're finished with the yarn.
All right, we're finished with it.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna make attack. I don't have I don't have my channel divinity up because I did go unconscious, so it's just a straight up attack.
Okay.
20, 20, 20.
Ouch.
Where am I in this?
You are. You're next, actually.
Oh, I thought the snake was gonna be. Oh, this. I thought the snake was after me,
Brendan's blind too.
Snake,
or
snake,
after the vampire.
snake is hanging out inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The snake dropped when she went through the window.
Okay. So on my reaction, does a 12 hit?
No, unfortunately, it doesn't. Hang tight just a moment, folks. I have to go turn on a fan so I can get some air circulating in here before it gets a little too stuffy.
Yeah.
Hey, Russ, I'm throwing the rules of concentration check out in the Princess Celene chat for you.
Well, in the spell, it says you have to make your constitutional check to maintain your constitution.
Yeah, but he has the saving throw for a Constitution check is either half damage taken or 10, whichever is higher.
Okay.
So unless you, hey Brian,
Yes.
I looked up the concentration check
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
It's half the damage taken or 10, whichever is higher. So unless he takes 22 points or more, because you round down, it'll
Right.
always be a 10.
Okay.
So what does that mean in English?
Okay, so
As long as you-
Damn it.
Yeah, Brian.
yeah, okay,
As long,
yeah.
as, I
So,
don't, as, long as I don't take 22 points of damage, I don't have to make the check?
No, it's a 10.
at 10.
Anything over
Yeah.
if it's 22, if it's 23, then it's an 11. If it's 24, it'll be 12. So the more damage you take, the harder it gets. But anything under 22 points is just a base 10.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Off,
cool.
off of Constitution. Sorry.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, good deal. Alrighty. Okay.
So that was my reaction. So now, if it's my turn, I actually get another attack.
Well, it's not your turn yet because Grenna is next.
Oh, I thought you said I was next after the thing. Okay, after the snake. Never mind. I do apologize. Keep moving.
Okay.
Um,
Grenna, it's your turn.
Can you do cure wounds on yourself?
Can you do what? I'm sorry?
Cure wounds on yourself?
Yeah, if you had that spell. Or
I do.
Okay, then you can actually use it.
I'm gonna cure wounds myself.
Okay.
I get my eyeball back.
I don't.
The only damage I have is my eyeballs.
I don't really know if cure wounds would actually help with that, because I think you need a restoration, at least less restoration.
Well,
I believe. Let me take a look.
I'm just gonna sit where I am because I know that they're over there doing something, and I don't know what's around me. So I'm just gonna stay where I am with my knives.
Okay. Let's see. Let me. I'm just doing a little bit of check here just to make sure. Oh, but you can make a Constitution savings throw.
Almost do that.
Why don't you do that? That sounds like a plan.
Do we get to do those like every turn? Or
Yes. So you'll actually get one as well. And Grenna, you're still blind.
Yeah.
Temple, do you want to go ahead and give you... Oh, Temple. Okay, so Temple, you are... Your eyes open, and you're good.
I rub the fog out of my eyes.
Okay, good deal.
Do
Constrictor.
you see the light?
What's your... okay, so what's your Constrictor doing there, sir?
He's just hanging out.
Okay,
Well, I'm going to send the constrictor to go comfort Grenna.
cool. Okay. Which could be a little bit surprising, I'm sure. Okay. Calyx, it's your turn.
Snake's noise. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Did we lose Calyx?
Yeah, he dropped
No,
off.
I'm here. Sorry. I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
Hold on, I did it again. Stand by.
That's
I
okay.
keep trying to share my screen. I tried to set up my thing to make it a little more usable, but it's not all that. Okay, cool.
It's not being usable.
Yeah, not being usable. All right, cool.
All right, he's back.
So what is the? You know what? I'm gonna strike out. 18,
That'll hit.
and it's only one-handed, so it'll be the 14 damage.
Okay.
Yay.
Awesome. All right, good deal. Okay.
That's all I can do.
Right, Masterful is actually out. Melda is going to take a 5-foot step over here and try to shoot through the window, the shattered window frame. So let's see how that works
Melda?
out.
Yay!
Let's see how that works out.
Hey, who broke a window? Got to pay for that.
You can take it up with the vampire who shattered the window.
I planned on it. Well, I think I did take it up with him. I cast it out.
Yeah, you can't stand it.
Yeah, she's not doing so well today with her with the bow, so yeah, that's a miss. Bummer.
Feeling the pressure with her aunt watching.
Yeah.
As the arrow ricochets off of Kellix's head.
That would be cruel. Alrighty, we're back up at the top. Timble, you have visual. You have visuals.
Okay, I'm gonna pop up from the table and take a look around to see what's going on.
Okay.
Any vampires in sight?
You don't see any vampires from your location. All you see is a very frantic Tomas making what you can only tell are Molotov cocktails on the bar.
I will move to the doorway.
Okay.
Do I see one now? Looking out?
Let's see. If you open the door, you will be able to see. You'll see Yarn standing right in front of the door. You see Lily Nelst right behind him, and then you have Adina in the front to this side over here. Make a perception check.
Brian, I think we skipped Keefe.
Did we skip Kim? What? Wait.
So you just not show up?
Oh, he's not on my list.
Yeah, he's not showing up in the turn order.
Oh, okay. Hey, Kippy, hold on a minute. I gotta add you because I don't know where you ran off to.
I'm just right back.
Hold on.
Say something, Mike.
I was at 7 initiative.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let me just add you real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're in that either. Refresh.
Okay, and we are. You said 7?
Yes.
Okay, good. Gotcha. Okay, let me just do some more. Okay, so we're gonna step back. Sorry, Timble. Let me just get here. Let me get Kippy in that last one. Kippy, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go here
Okay.
and whack her with my hammer.
All right. Good deal. Hammer whacking.
It's hammer time.
Can't touch this.
Okay, that failed. I will use my War Priest ability to try another.
All right. Okay. That's not a natural 20, is it? I don't think so.
No.
Okay, cool. But that'll hit.
So that will be
8 points of damage. Nice.
Smack, smack, smack.
Right, 8 points of damage. Okay, so Kippy, as you come up behind Adina, and you just bring it back and just smash her right onto the side of her head. Just bam! Just bring that bad boy up. She actually sort of bounces off against this wall here and slumps down in this. Her blood not being what you would consider like fresh because she is an undead creature. It just leaves a smear down the side of the wall.
all right.
And she is no longer moving.
Keep hammering away.
Yeah, let's set her on fire.
I can do that.
I can help you with that. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Maybe take her a little ways away from the inn before we set her on fire. Not in the doorway.
We're not remodeling yet.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right. I will pop up, do exactly like I said, come to the door, look out. Dead Athena 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to bolt over here and help Grenna to her feet.
Okay. Once you open that door and you see what's happening, you actually see Adina's head just smash into the panel, like right there next to the window. But the thing that because you what was your
Well, I rolled persuasion when I meant to do perception, so
yeah, can you give me
that would actually be a 13.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, you don't really catch anything, but other than you see that just happen and you're like, oh, okay, this is good. But yeah, you see Grenna sitting on the ground, kind of clutching her daggers, just like waiting for something to happen, and you walk over. You see Yarn's constrictor is kind of keeping like a watch or over Grenna. And then you start seeing Bubbles start running back over the bridge towards Grenna.
I was going to say I would call Bubbles if he wasn't running this way.
Yeah.
It's Bubbles.
Okay.
Bubbles runs, we run.
Good times. Okay.
So, who's next?
Okay, what about the third vampire?
She wandered off with a inhabitant.
She's got a snack.
Yeah.
Yep, couldn't save it.
I had to burn the village to save it.
We'll take us in the future.
That's it.
In the parlay section, I will yell, "Cut that thing's head off." And I'll point to Athena.
Oh, that was fun.
All right. So, right now you are considered out of combat.
We are?
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to use my time to continue looking for make more Molotovs. Yeah, I'm looking behind the bar. I only found one. I'm going to keep searching. Anything that looks flammable behind the bar, including extra oil or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, so...
I'm going to pull my short sword and head towards Athena, and I'm going to practice my dismemberment skills. I'm going to chop her into pieces, head off first, then the shoulders, then I'll start working on the legs.
Okay.
Stand by. I take one of my crossbow bolts and my hammer, and I put it in the center of her chest.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if it's got a metal tip on it, you got to make it wood.
I can take the metal tip off. That's not a problem.
Is there a pig farm around?
There probably is. All right.
Throw it in the running water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Actually,
You do have a.
That would be nice.
You got a lot of running water.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the next thing is how many people? I mean, I take it there's like 3 civilians outside. They're still alive.
Yep.
All right. Let's try to get them back into the pub.
Okay.
The old 97.
Yeah.
That might be a problem. Oh.
Okay.
I will stop one of the villagers and ask if they have any fish traps.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, the fish traps are easy to come by here.
Need
to. Okay. Yeah, so it takes them a little bit of time. They have to run home real quick and grab them, but they do bring you 2 fish traps. Grenna, do you want to give me another roll on your for your blindness?
That Constitution.
Yep. Okay, better than last time. That you're, yeah. But you start to notice that the effect is actually fading. You can start to see some light, but you can't really distinguish between shape and shadow at this point in time. So it's still a little iffy, but you do realize that you are slowly regaining your sight. Gotta say,
let's not do that again.
yeah, I gotta say, 5th edition is much more kinder when it comes to blindness and deafness, because in Pathfinder it was permanent and it was not a good thing. And yeah, you had to go to a priest or a cleric to get that stuff taken care of. You just couldn't do that on your own. Yeah, Pathfinder was a little bit harsh. Alrighty, so you guys end up coming back into this wonderful establishment.
Go to the inn.
Yeah.
I will have the arms cut down, put into the fish traps, and tell them to set them in deeper parts of the river.
Okay.
And when they come back, could they bring kindling for me?
Well, yeah, I mean, you actually have kindling very easy to get to because of the tavern. It does have its own fireplace, and there is wood stacked up. Yeah.
Chair, a table.
Oh,
Well, guys,
since you own the inn, you want it inside or you want it outside? Ed,
Say that again.
since you own the inn, I'm going to ask you: do you want the fire inside or outside? I can do it in the.
Outside would be fine. Let's get
Fireplace.
started out there. And approximately what time at night are we at now, Brian?
You're getting just a little bit past midnight at this point in time.
And time of year, sun come up around 6-ish, 5-ish.
About 6-ish.
So are we gonna go try to find the nest?
So my theory is, as I'm sitting over there, I'm like, we need to post watches. I'm going to lay out my blanket behind the bar, therefore making this my residence, no longer a public house. It's my house. I'm going to look at all the party members, and I'm going to say, I'm willing to sell you each for 1 gold piece, each one of the little sheds over there, so they become your residence. That way you kind of have a safe spot if we have to. They can't follow you into a residence if they come back. But I'd like it that you sell it back to me once this is all done. But it has to be a transaction. That's what I'm to make it those rooms your residence. Disbanding the inn as a tavern, making it a residence.
Sure.
All right.
I get the meaning.
Yep.
I put like a gold piece.
Felix, Kiffy, do you think you could go over to the chapel and speak to the priest there and find out if that is consecrated holy ground? How much of the chapel and graveyard is consecrated?
Isn't that her right there in the pub, Brian?
Yeah, she was one of the ones that got slammed against the wall and died.
Good.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Was that a me slam against the wall, or was that a vampire slam against the wall?
It was you in your thunder underwear.
Thought that might have been it. Hey, Kippy,
Boom.
what church was it over there anyway?
That was Palor.
Okay, I
Yeah.
don't like him there.
Hey, Kiffy, want a church?
Yeah. This is not really my target audience here.
Yeah, but
Target
the
audience.
vampires would really have a problem getting on your land, I would think. You're such a good guy.
I'm just gonna say what my plans are. If we were to level up right now, I'm gonna take a level of cleric.
Holy crap! Really?
I'm gonna become a cleric of Wintah.
Gesundheit?
Bless you.
Who's
So I guess
with-
that is the question, and I know we had some discussion in the chat. So what is the plan? I mean, obviously we're in here. Everybody else, all the other civilians are going to be safe in their own homes, hopefully.
We do have the civilian who went out with the other vampirus.
Yeah, but he's not worth chasing. And Pop, we don't know. At some point, they might have invited during a party, like, come on over anytime, or something like that, so they're not safe. This is very Salem's Lot-ish, you know. So my theory is
There's a vampire out there that we have to worry about.
that's okay. We bring all of the civilians into my house. We board up the windows, and then we as a party get at least a short rest in. 6 hours left. If we can get a long rest in, we get all our spells back, and it'll be daylight, which will put us at 7 o'clock in the morning to find the 3 thorns. We go there and we take them while they're under.
Sounds like a plan.
Kelly's
that's
thinking
my
exactly.
theory.
So Kellix will volunteer to go get the other villagers and ask them to come to the, or get them, escort them to the inn.
Someone should go with him.
Wait, they have to pass the Bubbles test. If Bubbles doesn't like them, they're not coming in.
Yeah.
The bouncer.
For that,
I'll go with Kel. Because, you know.
I'm building as big of a bonfire as I can.
Okay.
Hey, Kippy and Kel, while you're over there, you might as well stop at the church and see if there's holy water there.
Sounds good.
If not, we know what you're going to be doing for an hour.
There was a debate, Brian, on the ritual to make holy water. Is that it's 1 hour? Is that one flask, or is that a variable slide, like one flask level, or how does that work?
Or however much silver pieces you have, or
Yeah, it's 25 silver pieces worth of silver, and then it was, but then it just says you make it. My assumption was it was one flask, you know, because there's no variable. But I could also see that as a sliding scale if it was, you know, if you're a 12th level priest, well, you can make a pool of holy water pretty much kind of thing. You know what I mean?
kind of
Right.
like the well I was talking about.
Yeah, but you can't make the well because it's always
Why not?
going to be changing. You're gonna.
It's a well.
But that doesn't have
Yes,
to be like
flow through.
There's no flow. There's seep in.
The well here has a flow through from the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys figured that out.
We need like a trough.
A bathtub, if you will.
There you go.
Yeah, so the ritual takes 1 hour to perform, uses 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver, and requires the caster to expend at least a first level spell slot. And I'm going to say that it's going to at least produce each time a half a gallon.
Oh, wow. Woo!
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, I've got empty bottles, so we can half gallon off and get some improvised
We can buy
flasks.
silver.
Yeah.
We can buy the silver off of the locals and see how much silver we can put together. Now making it a powder, not using my mortar and pestle for it.
All right, I'm
I don't know,
continuing to
powder
reconnoiter the
shavings?
bar. I'm continuing to reconnoiter the bar for anything else I can use as improvised weapons. And for the record, the spot I'm at is underneath the only cross in the room. Map.
Okay.
All right. So I think we have a sort of a plan. So Kellix and Kippy, come on, let's go round up the rest of the villagers, and then stop at the chapel.
I would probably not start with the singing "Bring Out Your Dead." That would probably be bad.
You know, check the chapel and see if she has some sort of holy relic that can help us, or holy water or anything in there, before we start spending an hour and making silver powder.
To the chapel, and we're gonna loot its contents.
Gonna loot the capital of Palo.
Guys, seriously.
Jeez.
If there's holy water, yeah, we need that,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll pay for it. But we're not going to loot
Just joking. Kellex would never do such a thing.
Yeah.
However,
Coming
he
from the
would,
reliquary.
I think on the bigger picture, he would definitely want to get something to help, kill the vamps for this village.
Well, of course, if it's for the greater good, the paladin's going to do it. However,
Does she not have an apprentice? Was it just her?
It was just her.
All right, I'm here. I
Okay.
will respectfully rifle the place.
Perception check.
Oh, you're already there?
Perception.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so you're going through and being respectful as possible, not wanting to desecrate or disturb anything that might end up coming back to bite you later. You are able to find looks to be some sort of font that has water in it. So you're kind of thinking, okay, this looks about what you're looking for. There are some glass flasks that are nearby that there's like 3 of them that you could fill up with this water. Yeah. Also, with that perception check, you hear in the distance the baying and howling of wolves.
That's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
I think we should get the villagers most Ricky take.
into the chapel. Then take a
That's the
nap.
choice. Do we go to the chapel or do we go to the tavern?
I think it would be best
The
to
chapel.
be in the. Well, there's probably not enough room for everybody in here.
Well,
Yeah.
But
And the
there'd be a
fact
lot
that
of
we don't want 2 fronts, so we really need to get everybody in one spot.
yeah, but how many villagers are left?
That's a
I
great
guess
question
we'll find out.
because if we can get them in there, if it's packed, if nothing else, it's a lot of attackable opportunities. If they dash in on us, we got a whole bunch of other people making 0 level attacks.
Time out. Let's use the village. Its own procedures. Ask one of the locals. What do you do in case of alarm or fire? How do you get everybody away?
Well, the Temple of Pelor, what we would do is go over and they actually have a bell that is rang.
Very good.
But if you're trying to bring people out after midnight, it might get a little bit hairy. The roads are not safe. But that is one way to definitely raise alarm, because there's a lot of outlying farms.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. The village is one thing. The outlying farms are a little bit. That's another total different situation.
I'm not really concerned about them at this point.
So, well, then we get who we can and get them inside the pub.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Another
So
quick
yeah.
question, Brian.
Yes.
It's gonna have to be on their own.
What are you gonna do? Charge him an entry fee? Welcome to my home. You need to pay for.
It's a door charge. He's got a door charge going. I love it.
No, it's a house.
No.
Welcome
The
to my
bridge,
home.
Welcome
bridge,
to my
wooden or
home.
stone. Bridge, wooden or stone.
Assuming Bubbles likes you. Bubbles doesn't like you. You're not coming in. We smite you.
Is the bridge wooden or stone?
It's a combination. It has stone supports that go into the actual water, and it is covered. It's like a wooden, superstructure to it.
I say we torch the bridge. Then
No.
he can't come over blowing water.
No.
They didn't have a problem jumping out and leaving, so I think the bridge is moot.
You just want to burn something other than the inn.
As we said that.
Later.
What do you want me to do with this head?
Throw it in
Put
the
him
river.
on a pike.
Yeah, throw it in the river.
According to other vampires. Be like the Romans.
Throw it in the river. Put it in a sack, put a rock in it, throw it in the river.
I'm gonna put a lot of rocks in it. And I'll drop it right here.
Bloop.
That looks deep.
Yep. Deep enough.
Now we're gonna have vampire catfish.
They got whiskers and teeth.
And they're saucy.
Vampire's already kind of like, never mind. Different totally term of catfishing. Never mind.
So as it stands, Mike was able to gain 3 vials of holy water. Was he able to get any more? Or was that pretty much all that was in the...
That's all that he could get.
Well, it's more than we had.
And a snake is now a staff again.
Okay.
Did they have silver powder over there? And investments?
Making
I
silver
think
powder.
Ryan said that was the only thing we ever found was just the vials.
You go to the blacksmith, get a file, and just run it up and down. You know what I mean?
Would my tinker's tools work for making it?
Yeah, you'd have a file. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, I suggest that we hammer it out as flat and as thin as possible, and then use the file on it.
We put villagers to work because we're going to rest. Remember, we got to get a rest in. We got to get a rest in.
We got to get a long rest.
If we can pull it off, but immediately, if you have any marks left, we should do those. Because if we get a long rest in, then it resets your buffs. For example, I have second wind. I'm going to use that right now, so I can get 10 plus 6 hit points, or D10 plus 6 hit points.
How long is the ceremony to consecrate ground? And what's needed?
Let's see.
Because we could consecrate the grounds of the pub.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Every little picket fence we can put up is what we need to do.
All right, so consecration is touch, 15-foot radius circle, 1 minute. Well, that's the duration. Casting time is 1 action.
Way to go, Ed.
Need a holy symbol, vial of holy water, and incense worth at least 20 gold pieces, which is consumed. Interesting.
Clerics always carry that stuff around, right?
Well, there's this unoccupied chapel.
Yeah, but we've already determined we can't put the people in there.
No, he's talking about getting the materials to consecrate. Good morning.
Well, why can't we just put them in the graveyard? Because the graveyard's consecrated.
Are you going to hang out in the graveyard after midnight?
Are you sure? Are you sure it's consecrated? We don't know for a fact. I'd rather not gamble on putting tents up and hanging out with the ghouls.
As they break through.
Yeah, I think our best bet is just stay in the inn right now.
No, not in the inn. In Tomas's house. Tomas's house.
How much garlic is in your kitchen?
What's that?
How much garlic is in your kitchen?
Ah, good one. Yeah. If you find a super soaker, we can.
Works, but that's the legend, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
So if there's garlic in the kitchen,
boil with water and make garlic water.
I don't think it works quite well. Although it did work in Lost Boys.
Yeah.
And then when the villagers come, we're gonna have them bring whatever weapons they have too. Have them bring their weapons if they have anything.
Have your shovel, grab your pitchforks.
Like I said, most of them had not brought anything with them to the tavern initially, but you do see that some have been able to find laying around improvised weapons for the most part.
All right. Well, why don't we board up the window that vampire lady went through, set out our watch, and you guys go to sleep. That is suffering from being blind.
So who do we all have in the pub right now? That's alive. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. So everybody that you see right now is alive.
9 people.
I think I've removed all the corpses from last time.
What about the people up there by the dock? Are we just gonna ignore them?
Well,
The person in the...
you can go check them out. That's up to you.
No, I'm good.
You're okay.
I'm good.
We'll check in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brian,
If they're in the morning, we know they're dead.
Okay.
Brian, I'm going to write out a little note.
Okay.
Vampires need help. Marydale, Sterich. What can we do? Question mark. And give it to my little mouse friend.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. That sounds good.
To the flying mouse?
No, it's not a flying mouse.
That would be a fleeter mouse.
Fleeter mouse.
I could throw him.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I've got my blanket behind the bar, and I'm tucked back over here in the corner.
Okay.
Now,
So if you figured out your watch,
the villagers.
let the villagers take watch. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Have them with improvised weapons and say, we've got to rest so we can take these guys on. So you hold it, and if they come, then we'll jump up and do our shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll do the holy water ritual before I rest. It's like I don't want to burn a spell slot in the morning to do that.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is where, if you have any consumable spell slots or buffs, like I just did, Mike's doing his, do those now, and then rest and get it all back.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any spell slots left. I used them all on Big Vamp.
Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is, being that you are leaving this to the townspeople to watch, you're going to have 4 actual watches. And I'm being that it's very late as it is already, I'm going to set that there is a 50% chance that a watch is going to fall asleep and is not going to wake up the next watch. So let's see how that works out, kids. 50% chance. So we'll see. Anything below a 50 means that that watch does not wake up the next watch. So let's see what happens.
Do you have any elves in the party before this happens? Any elves?
Oh, we got an 88 on the first one. Yay! Yay! So first watch is good. Second watch. Oh, second watch got a 3. So okay. So anything after 2 o'clock is iffy. Or actually, anything after 4 o'clock is iffy. So, yeah. Alrighty. So now I have to roll and see if anything happens. Let's see what happens, kids.
Well, at least there's bubbles.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, okay. Cool. Alrighty. So nothing happens on third watch, and let's see what happens on fourth watch. Alrighty. Wow. Okay. So actually, nothing occurs. The rest of the evening, you were able to sleep without any, and everybody got a really good sleep, including the villagers. Yeah. So you were actually woke up by the sunlight streaming through the windows, and you hear people are kind of like moving around and stuff like that. But of course, you don't know that the watch failed because you all were sleeping. So. Silence is golden, obviously. But But as you're putting yourselves together and trying to find a little bit of something to eat, you hear an ear-piercing scream come from outside, not too far away from you.
Somebody found the dead body.
No, I'm going to bet that they came and left a sign.
All right, I'm gonna go investigate.
Okay, so yeah. As you walk out and look around, you can see that there are at least 2 corpses over by the docks. One was the young man that the first vampire that fled from the tavern. He is dead. There is also he looks as though he had been a large portion of his blood, he had been exsanguinated. I think that's the way to put it. And his throat was ripped out. There was also
dead, but let's burn him anyway.
Yeah, there was also a child that had her throat also ripped out, but she did look like she was exsanguinated. She looked like she was chewed up by wolves, so that's kind of a bad thing. But the most disturbing thing is what is scrawled on the wall here outside of the inn itself. And as you look around it, you can see, and it's literally just painted on the wall in blood, is Kellex. It's your name. It just says Kellex in blood on the side of the tavern.
Just shit, we're good.
Yeah, not shit out of it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, Kellex is he's at first he's a little saddened by all this, the carnage and stuff like that, and now he's angry as he sees his name, and these vamps are going down.
Okay.
I love you.
So, do we level up now?
And so, as you all are just taking all this in, Lily Nels, the daughter of the mayor, turns and is looking across the little the river here, and she just points and just starts screaming. I mean, just absolutely ear-piercing horrification. And as you guys start walking over toward the bridge, you see on the other side, right in this area, it looks as though someone had decapitated probably about 15 people and put their heads on spikes.
I think we got somebody's attention.
Yeah.
I think
How
lamp
deep is
prices
the water
are going to
where
get
I
really
put
cheap.
the head?
I'm sorry? Okay.
How deep is the water where I put the head?
It's pretty deep, and it runs pretty swiftly.
Is it diveable?
Is it diveable? Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, are you
I'm
going
going
to
to
take a
down to
swim?
my knickers and jump in.
Okay.
I'm going to
Cool.
see if I can see if my bag's still down there.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make a investigation check.
With me?
Yeah. No, the diver.
Oh,
Okay, so Timble, yeah, you're able to find the bag pretty easily. It's not like it's covered over with silt or anything. So yeah, you're able to find it. Are you bringing it back up with you, or are you just opening it up?
And try to swim up with it.
Okay, yeah, give me a. I guess it's a survival because I don't think we have a swim check.
Athletics.
Survival.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Okay, cool. That works too. Yeah, so you're able to get to the surface with your bag of vampire head.
Okay.
Okay.
So the head is still in the bag.
Yeah,
And,
you get to the shore and you open it up, and it's just a skull. It's just a skull, but you can see that it has like the fangs, and it's very impressive looking, but it's also kind of disturbing.
I'm going to defang it.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Easy
I bet
enough.
if I grind those down, that'll be cool. and a pigment. That'll be fun. But I'm going to put up a stake right there and
Okay.
put the vampire head on it
Okay. Very good.
in the sun. We'll see if anything happens there.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so yeah, is everybody? Yeah, Lily is telling you all that these were farmers and their families from like outside of the village, and it looks as though they were all, yes, murdered during the night, and yeah. So obviously, yes, you definitely got the attention of Nasifal and Tenya, who had escaped.
So if she is the mayor's daughter, I'm going to ask her. I'm like, did your father have any weapons of power? Not saying magical weapons or anything like that, but that perhaps we can use as we're going to go find these guys. Can you draw us a map to the Three Thorns Winery? Acreage of winery.
Yeah, it's like the Three Thorns Winery. I'm not sure where that's at.
Let's expand that to the villagers asking if any of them know where the winery is.
Yeah, as you ask them each one after the other, they're like, we've never heard of that. Whose winery is that?
Nasifal.
And then, they had like this dawning realization, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, what is it that we've been drinking?
Very good question.
I want to know the answer to that question.
Okay.
Well,
They don't-
Kellex will
they-
look at Lily and say, and this will not go unchallenged. We'll do our best to ensure that these remaining creatures are dealt with. I do suggest that you find who you can, give these people a proper burial. Kind of over at Kiffy, can you possibly help?
Proper burial.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we perhaps burn them in case of infestation?
Well, if they're ahead
Not the head. The
there,
heads.
Oh, the heads?
if it's
Yeah.
just the heads, then I wouldn't worry about it. But the two dead people, the little kid and the boy, their necks ripped out, let's burn them.
Well, I'm let the villagers handle the dead how they want.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking, is just to let them handle that. I think Kiffy's the only priest we have, Can he...
True, but we've only got 7 hours to find this place before it gets dark again.
True enough.
Well, I do think we should give them the knowledge that perhaps if they don't burn those three, we don't know, but it is possible that they might come back as undead. So perhaps cremation would be best.
Or just leave the bodies out for the day of the sunshine.
I'm going to put two more spikes up here by the bridge next to the one head that's on it,
Okay.
the one vampire head.
Making a statement.
Yep.
Okay, so did we make the holy water last night, or are we going to do that now?
We made one round of holy water. It was the
Okay.
last thing that our good priest did.
So 3 flasks, and then how many gallon?
Half a gallon.
Half a gallon, so that's what? A couple bottles we can splash.
A gallon is 64 ounces. So half a gallon is 32 ounces. A flask is 4, 32 into 4. Somebody else do that. So 6.
Kiffy, where you're standing, I need you to make a perception check. Nice. So as you're walking across the lawn to look at all of this absolute horror and gore, your foot catches on something, and you look down and you see that it is a black stone with a hole drilled in it, and inserted in that is it looks as though some sort of sinew is run through it, sort of like a cord. Something that somebody would wear.
Like a vampire's thrall, maybe.
Maybe from the walking dude.
Have a look at it.
Okay, so you pick it up.
Fairy cock ring?
Only because Happy Harry Harlow.
Okay, so describe to me what you're actually doing, because I need specific. Needs to be specific.
Pick it up like you would have used condom.
No.
Yeah, I have a feeling that he would not pick it up. It's like,
That one's a stick.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Thanks for that.
Have somebody else pick it up.
You got a dagger or something? You can just...
Rummage my brain and see if I know if it has any kind of religious significance.
No, it doesn't really appear to have any markings or anything that would belie its nature. It definitely doesn't seem to be. It does not seem to be religious in origin.
Is that where Nazgul disappeared?
No.
Put it up.
Just for the door.
Fairly close to where I was chopping up vampires.
What is Bubbles doing?
Bubbles is hanging out with you.
Well, I didn't know if maybe he was reacting to the dead bodies, if maybe he was like alert because he sensed something or
Oh
smelled
yeah, he has been quite on high alert ever since yesterday's show.
What if
in
Bubbles would be able to
to any
their
one
scent?
area more than the other?
I'm sorry, Grenna, what was that?
Like, is he facing one area in high alert more than the other? You know, like when
You
you're
haven't-
walking or something and you feel like somebody's watching you and you keep looking over at that area.
No, it's kind of like his head's on a swivel the entire. I mean, he's checking everything out, smelling stuff, trying to get a bead on what is actually happening here. So, Kiffy, have you come up with a plan?
Can he
The
can he track vampires? Can you do that?
I don't think he's actually been taught to track yet. So that might be something you may need to work on.
Now's a good time to start.
Probably some clothes from the one vampire that I dismembered, laying about.
Assuming you
And
did.
that's one start, but
or how about this thing I just found?
yeah,
I think
Not.
Kellix can
Maybe
detect.
I could cast divination.
Can't Kellix detect evil?
He can, but it's only a certain, like, I think it's not like a large area. Hold on, maybe I'll look here.
Too bad you can't make like one of those water-seeking sticks for evil.
It would always
I was
point
looking
to us.
for evil.
Divining rod of evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only within 60 feet.
Yeah, but I'm more worried about the necklace that Mike found, that Kiffy found.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were still talking about tracking vampires.
Nah, I'm off that. I'm more concerned with what Kiffy found.
All right. Okay. I mean,
Okay.
if Kippy wants to get my attention, I can wander over.
Yeah, well, I was holding it up to the group. Does anybody
Okay.
recognize this?
Does this belong to anybody? All right, so Brian, I'll go ahead and do a divine sense on it.
Okay. Yes, once you cast this, you see that there is sort of a sickly green aura around it, shot through with black tendrils, noting that it is evil, but you're not really too sure of its what its intended purpose is.
Okay.
Test it in holy water.
Yes, I do sense a malevolence about it, but nothing specific.
Brian,
Yes.
is this wagon over here the one that they brought up? They had their wine in?
Yeah, this one right here. Yes.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to start searching.
Okay. So inside
I'll
you
go over it
find.
with a fine comb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're able to go through it and find that there is still some actual wine inside of it. There's a couple of. There's a barrel, and there's also a large crate that has some wine bottles in it.
I'm going to call out for an axe. Any
Okay.
of the
And an axe is brought to you.
well, I start axing the bottles, the barrel. I'm going to make sure that no one drinks it. Pour it out.
Okay. So, yeah, so you see Timble is over there standing in the cart doing his best imitation of Prohibition-era revenuers. So there's wine flowing all over the place and splashing off of this cart.
Where are the animals that were drawing the cart?
They're still attached to the front.
Horses?
Yes. There are two.
I'm going to inspect them.
Okay.
Is there anything, any markings, any brand, any...
No, there's not actually any brand or anything, but the one thing that you do notice is that they seem to be what you would say anemic.
Okay. Are they well shod?
No, it looks as though that could use some work.
You know, a good horse, if you release it, could lead you right back. These don't look like they were well treated, so I don't know that they would leave on their own. Damn. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's
It's worth a try, though. That's exactly where I was going. I'd let him go.
Yep. I bought, and then we went here. At least that's working.
When we're ready to move, we can unhook them from the yoke and pick the bridles off and let them go to see if they head back. I know it's kind of a meandering way to find them. It's kind of all we got at this point.
Okay.
Well, we could see if maybe Bubbles can smell them.
Guys, I think we need to.
Get moving.
No. I think we need to prepare defenses. I don't think going to their place and taking them out is a good idea until we can take them down more.
Yeah, and I think that's I'm thinking the same thing because we don't even know where they're located at. So we don't need to go roaming the countryside looking for them. Obviously, I think an impact. They may want to take their vengeance out.
So what we can do is we can go hang out in the chapel, and if we're there, they're not going to bother. Well, they're going to bother the villagers regardless. The villagers can run. Run! Run! Run to the capital, quickly, as fast as you can. Go away.
I'm sorry, these are my people now.
The
As a homeowner here,
Well, as a homeowner here, all right, look, Ed. We've got several things we can do. We can go chasing down the vampires, not knowing where we're going, not prepared for it, or we can stay here, develop a defensible position, and have them bring the fight to us where we have the advantage. I mean,
We could kill.
I don't know about you, but going to a vampire's lair.
We don't even know where it's at, so
Right.
it's kind of mute anyway. So
Now, if we go to the chapel, the other tricky part there is we now know they have wolves, and wolves are not concerned with consecrated ground. So
But wolves are easy to kill.
open for debate.
depends on what kind of wolves it is.
Maybe we need to make an oil pit around the chapel and then just light it on fire when they show up.
Well, they could technically be able to help wolves.
Maybe Bubbles won't run from them.
No, he might join them.
So let me ask this: so the vampires can't move across running water, but if there's a bridge, they can use that, right? Am I?
Yeah. Well, no,
Okay.
they can't go through running water without taking damage.
Right.
We'll try to ambush him on the bridge.
Well,
I
When,
can't.
my understanding is he fled southwest over the creek.
You're not really
As I went
you're not really too sure because of the blinding flash of light that it was produced. That you're not really too sure exactly what direction he split from.
You don't want to take out the bridge because we need access to the other side. He
I'm
wants
not
to dig a
digging
moat.
out the bridge. I'm just saying that's where we set the trap.
Define the trap.
Light it on fire and then crash it into the water.
Define trap. What trap?
Bring them here, because there's only two small points that they can get to, right? I mean, I guess they could turn into bats or mist. Or out of character because Kellex knows probably a little bit. And then just take them from just that from that side. I'm just trying to lessen their attack here.
Now, I think the pub is probably our best defensible position. Looking at the tracks, did the wagon come in from the south?
It came in from the north.
From the north, and then around there. Either way, it was this side, so they may have their lair on this side further north. So we don't know that they have to take the bridge. But we do know that if they want us, they're going to have to take the pub. And they'll probably burn it. But
Everybody wants to burn the pub. Well,
I want to.
Yes.
I just think it's inevitable. Oh, by the way, Tomas,
Yeah,
here's my gold piece.
gotcha. Question, Brian.
Yes.
With regards to the rule on running water,
Yes.
do I know about that? When I remember I beat some vampire lore in the last game I rolled in 19.
Yes. Yeah, you do know a little bit about them. More than the average just regular just person on the street. So Kellex, are you still on the bridge? Kellex, you still there?
He dropped off for a second.
Oh, okay.
While he's doing that, I'm going to look for a hose. Is there any type of hosing or anything like that?
No, that don't really think so. Are you trying to clean something or?
I'm trying
Wash?
to create running water.
He's-
Because what happens if you spray them? Would that count as running water? If you can maintain a continuous stream.
Yeah, I mean you don't
Is there
really.
a hand pump in the kitchen?
There's
The hand
no.
well?
There's actually a. Hold on, I think it's actually on the map. There's a well right behind the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was probably where they're getting their water. Yeah.
Iffy?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Iffy, might I have one vial of holy water?
Yeah, there's like 8 vials that we just made, so help yourself.
I would like to account for one.
I think everybody should at least have one. And then whoever's got the highest dex for ranged attack, stock the rest.
Sorry to step away. What's the plan?
One, I threw an idea out there if there was some type of hose, but that doesn't sound like. And is there a
No.
pump on top of the well, or is it a bucket well?
It's a bucket.
Okay.
But Calix, yeah, I was asking if you were still on the bridge.
Yes, I'm still on the bridge.
Okay, make a perception check.
It's another Hydra. No. Sorry. What?
Nice.
Oh shit.
So as you're standing there, kind of looking at the head display that was left to you by Nassiful and Tenya, your gaze shifts up just a hair to look past it, and you see that there are 4 men standing in the cemetery, all staring down at one of the graves.
That's not ominous.
Okay. I'll go check it out.
Okay.
I'll call Kiffy. Kiffy wants
Yeah.
to come.
Okay. So you both make your way over to the cemetery. You see that there are some gentlemen standing there, staring at a grave that looks as though it has been recently dug and filled in. But the thing that's kind of and make another perception check once you get there, so you can actually see the grave. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. So both of you did really well. So as you're looking, as you approach, the gentlemen look up at you, and one of them says, "That's the darndest thing. I don't think I've ever seen a grave do that. Not so early since we put them in the ground." And you look down, and it looks as though the grave has collapsed. Yeah.
I took one with them.
Obviously, they didn't. I'm assuming we are assuming they didn't dig it or anything like that.
No, it doesn't look as though the grave has been disturbed, but it does look as though whatever was filling, whatever was down there, has been either shifted or moved in such a way that it has created a depression.
So I kind of give Kippy a side glance, and I look at the 4 gentlemen and said, "What's happening here?"
I said, "Well, that's a really good question, sir. You have to understand, we just buried this person day before yesterday. Yesterday, the grave was in perfectly good condition. I know, I work here. I am the grave keeper, the grave digger guy here. And so I made sure that everything was right and above board, and that was a very, very strong coffin that we put that person in. We don't, we have some strong trees here. It should have been able to hold that up. But you can see right here, it looks as though..." I'm sorry?
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, so, I buried this person myself. But I mean, this looks like it's at least a good almost solid 2 feet of collapse here, and that's a little strange.
Who you said 2 days passed.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it that you buried here?
Oh, well, that was actually, one more minute. We don't have their stone done yet. And it said, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is Miss Sarah Jennings. She used to work over at the bakery right behind the tavern.
And did she die from the sickness?
Yeah, unfortunately. Taking a bunch of us.
So I know I had this question in the Jabber chat, but now Kellex is wondering somehow the vampires and the sickness is tied together.
Oh,
Did she often, go to the pub and drink the goods at the?
Well, you got to think. I mean, this is kind of like the only thing that people do around here. We drink. And, we have a long, hard day at work, and then you just want to blow off some steam and, go get a drink over at the tavern. Yeah.
You know what her favorite drink was?
No, I couldn't know. She and I didn't really get along too well. Back in grade school, I had a crush on her, and she kind of just told me to, piss off.
I kind of look at Kiffy and I said, what do you think? Do you think possibly that what's going on here and the vampires and the sickness is connected somehow?
Oh yeah, it seems like it probably is.
I look at the gravedigger and I said, yeah, who did she often drink with?
Oh, let's see. Well, she drank with Captain Tallknob, but he's dead too. I mean, he died yesterday when you guys showed up. Who else was there? There's a few other people who visit the bar, but I couldn't tell you specific names. I mean, everybody knows everybody here, so I guess it depends on who's sitting at the bar at the time. She was friendly enough. She just didn't want me.
What do you think, Kiffy?
Well, I don't know. Let's. I would be curious to see what we would find if we dig this back up.
I think I'm with you on that. We don't want to desecrate the grave, but obviously there's other matters that this could be all tied to. So I look at the gravedigger and said, yeah, would it be too much trouble to ask you to uncover the grave?
He just says,
so we know proper rituals of purification to avoid defiling the overall place.
So he says, no, I'm all for digging this up. I want to find out what happened, because that is just totally peculiar, and I don't understand how it's happening. But I'm glad that you do have a man of the cloth here, or dwarf of the cloth, so to speak. And so, we'll get to work right on this. And, he and the other three fellows go grab some shovels, and they start, exhuming the grave. So it takes them a little while to get down to it. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna, since they've been over there a while, I'm gonna wander over there and see what's going on.
And since we're not leaving right away, I'm going to the church and I'm going to start ringing the bell. I'm bringing all the out people in during the day.
Okay.
Good move.
Okay. So yeah, probably about an hour after they finally reached the bottom, and they do. What you see there is. It's pretty strange, is that the coffin is completely missing. And there at the foot of where the coffin would have been it looks to be some sort of tunnel.
Dig tunnel, dig.
How deep is you said it's a tunnel. How deep are you talking about?
It's probably just big enough to be able to slide a coffin through it, but you're not really too sure how far back it goes.
I bet a gnome can fit down it.
I was waiting for that tunnel rat.
Actually, this just remind me of anybody here watch the Cabinet Curiosities?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an episode about some really big rat taking dead people. And it was pretty gruesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
What direction does the tunnel go?
The tunnel heads to the west.
Have we checked the other recent graves?
You can do that. Make an investigation check.
I was going to ask the grave digger, the supervisor, if you will, the talkative one.
So he's like, well, this was the first one I saw this morning. I haven't had a chance to go around and check out the rest of the facility here, so to speak.
Could you please inspect them or have one of your men?
Oh, sure, of course. We'll get right on it. As they sort of brush the dirt and dust off of themselves and start making their way through the graveyard. And a couple of minutes pass by, and you hear, "Hey, y'all! There's one right over here. It looks kind of like it's got problems too."
Which one might that be?
That is this one right here, actually.
Wander down.
And it looks like it's in the same condition as the other one.
Well, I think we have to dig this one up also.
I agree.
And so the fellows with their shovels and said, well, all right, I guess we should. I mean, it's probably a good idea to find out. And so they start working on it. It takes about another hour before they finally get down. It's in the same situation, same conditions. It looks as though somebody had actually pulled the coffin through a cave or a small passage at the foot of it to the west.
Who
Yep.
Who was this? Who actually was this grave for? And
Okay.
one was they buried.
Well, this one was actually buried yesterday. This was Captain Tolnai, actually, commander of the guard here, and yeah. It'd be really terrible to have to tell his wife that he's kind of missing.
I don't think he's meant-
Well, thank you for your help. Something else more to add to the list to figure out. Which way did you say the tunnels were going again?
To the west.
Okay, straight to the west.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a totally out of character question for Greta. What favorite enemy do you have for your ranger? Because Greta's a ranger, right?
Yes.
Vampires, maybe?
Unfortunately, no, I don't believe so. I think I picked something really kind of random. I went with what the...
Vampires would have been random.
Well, no, I went with what the dice said because, well, I just did. Oh, I'm looking.
Let's see.
I think it's kind of undead, but if not, that's okay. That's why I was just trying to ask, because I think rangers get some kind of ability to track their favorite enemies, so that's why I was asking.
That is true.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's Orgs.
Ogres?
Okay.
And gelatinous beans. Gelatinous beans.
Yeah, I'm having
That is random.
That is random.
Yeah.
That might.
That was good.
So, what if I put on that thing that I found? Maybe we could follow that thread.
I think that's a
not-
bad idea.
I told you I was having a dumb idea.
Maybe we put it on a civilian and use them like a tracking dog.
Guys,
I like that idea better.
guys,
Love it.
again, why are we chasing them when we know they're coming back to us?
Well,
Because my fear is they come back with extra power.
Is I would rather fight vampires in the daytime, not the nighttime.
Yeah.
Problem is that we have to find them, and that we don't have the hours of light left to do it today.
Do you have inspiration? Any divine inspiration or anything
well,
like that?
Your
Thank you.
I have something that I want to do.
I don't have
Do
any
my
spells.
stupid.
Do your stupid.
I'm gonna do my stupid. Go look in the tunnel.
Okay, so Grenna, you jump down into the grave. Of course, everybody. Yeah.
Before she does that,
Yes.
let's wrap something up real quick before she does that, because it took them about an hour to dig up the graves and stuff. Are people coming in from the outside outliers?
Yep. Yeah, there's not a lot that are coming out. You kind of realize that, and as they start to approach and everything, like they see these pikes with these heads on them from their neighbors, and it's really kind of disturbing, being that nobody cleaned that up. So you do hear some concerned gasps and crying going on because of this.
I thought we removed the heads.
Yeah, I thought we were going to bury him, but yeah, maybe we argued too much about it and just forgot it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We told the villagers to take care of them while we investigated.
Right.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah. But you were also going to have Kiffy kind of preside over it, and Kiffy got wrapped up in other stuff, so the villagers were waiting for Kiffy.
Not Kiffy. No donut.
Well, at least they understand that they were called in
Yeah.
for a really good reason, as opposed
Oh
to
yeah. Oh yeah. No, this is something
put
that would
on
definitely
and-
say that's bad. That's a good reason to be called in. Okay.
especially since it looked like most of them would be those farmers and their families
Yeah.
out there surrounding the town. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna hop in behind Grenna
Okay.
and say, "Kip, you want to come?"
No, this is a really stupid idea.
Will I fit?
Yeah, actually, you probably would. It would be kind of tight, but yeah, you could probably do it because you're kind of broad, So
Okay, so I am gonna. Okay.
She going for a tunnel walk.
I have a light source. That's the fun part.
I can give you a light source for an hour.
Yeah, let me have one of those.
Here, have
Magic
one.
rocks. Thank
Here.
you. All right, magic rock.
I'll take a rock.
Have a rock. It's only gonna last for an hour.
Well, I was gonna make one of my magic tinker thingies, but I'd rather use your rock because I'm not utilizing that.
And I replace the 2 rocks in my pouch with rocks I find on the ground.
Oh, aren't you special? Rockhead. Does it?
I'm gonna put mine in a pocket. I'll pull it when I need it.
Okay. Are
Okay.
we having to crouch down, or can we walk fairly upright?
well, no, you have to kind of crawl through.
Oh, awesome. I'm gonna hold the rock in one hand, and I'm gonna have my dagger in another hand.
Do you have a moment?
Huh?
Do you have a moment?
No.
Before they get in, I'm actually going to tie a rope to the back of Timble's leg,
Okay.
just in case of a collapse.
Okay. It's a good idea.
Claustrophobic. I can't do that. Does it get any taller, or does it stay? Because in order to move the toilet, somebody would have had to burrow to it and grabbed it and pulled it.
Right. So, yeah, you travel about 30 feet in, holding this light, and it does seem to widen out. But then, as it starts to widen out, it takes like a really steep incline. There's a grade that just really is kind of steep, and it leads into a very dark hole, about 30 feet in. You also notice that there is one that branches off to the south from your location, and you can see where something has been recently dragged through these tunnels.
How am I feeling being in this place?
Make a Constitution check. Okay, you're feeling very uneasy. Timble, I need you to make one as well. And did Kiffy go with you guys, or is he like, nope?
No, I was coming. I was bringing up the rear.
Okay. So, Timble, you are feeling really unhappy about what's going on here. This is definitely not your area of expertise. You just came down here to make sure that everybody was going to be cool. But the further you get down, the worse you feel about it. Kiffy, though, you're underground. This is like this is like dwarf heaven stuff. It's like, yes, I could turn this into a, like, this could be my new Moria, or, it could be anything. You are totally cool down here, like going, what is this? Like a hard packed clay? Reach out, some quartz. And he's actually enjoying himself. The other two are like, this isn't art. This isn't good.
Kiffy, do you have something to dig with?
Probably not.
It would also be kind of difficult to kind of dig, but because you don't really have a way of being able to swing, because it's still kind of tight.
Because of the size of the passage, I imagine.
So, so I think, what was it? It was Grenna up front, then Kiffy, then Timble bringing up the rear.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to pull a dagger, and I'm going to start, as far as Kiffy's concerned, I'm going to start caving in the place. But I'm going to start digging, trying to get a, stab up with the dagger and start pulling out. And I'm going to go straight up.
Okay. All right.
I like this place. I want a pilot hole, and I want everybody else to know that it widens here.
Okay, so you got to remember, you're about 6 feet down into the earth, and you're now about 30. Actually, you're about 25 feet to the west. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
I'm going straight up. I'll probably hit a grave. I don't care.
Okay. Let's see how this plays
What
out.
our party gets into.
While he's freaking little gopher dude, I don't want to go down the thing, because that just screams, oh look, you're gonna die. I'm gonna go the other trail a little bit. Get away from the falling dirt.
Okay. So he is actually digging through this, and you can hear rocks and dirt falling behind you. And Timble, did you say that you were going to be doing this, or did you just taking it upon yourself?
I'm taking it upon myself.
Okay. Okay, so Grenna, you were actually you are almost at a panic because you think the passage that you're in is about ready to collapse, because all you hear is falling dirt and debris. Kiffy, you're kind of like, hey, what's that all about? Give me a Constitution check, Kiffy, real quick. Okay, yeah, you're a little panicked over this, because this is it looked like everything was going to be pretty good, but then you just kind of like throw a look behind you, and you can see Timble is actually sitting there like jabbing the ceiling with a dagger as fast as his little tiny gnome hands can do, and you're like, why is he, you know? So
You're collapsing the tunnel.
Digging tunnel, dig a tunnel, digging tunnel, dig a tunnel.
Okay, so yeah.
Where the vampire comes.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So very good. So yeah. So he's doing that.
From the outside of the tunnel.
You guys don't really hear anything. All you do is but you have noticed that the rope has not been going out. It's like stationary at this point in time. Because Grenna, I guess you did not want to go you didn't want to go down the slide of into the darkness, so you're kind of like hung up right there.
Yeah. Am I smart enough to know that going down is...
Give me a wisdom check. I would hope you would kind of realize that that's.
Yeah,
oh no. Well, okay. So in your panic, thinking that the little passage behind you is collapsing, you're thinking the only thing you can do is go down the hole.
Great.
Bye, Alice.
I'm a backup character. I'm good.
Yes, but she's a bard with bagpipes.
Oh boy. Okay, so Grenna, you just throw caution to the wind, thinking that this is the best thing that you could possibly do for yourself. Holding the glowing stone and out in front of you, you hit the top of this thing and just start to slide down into the darkness. And
The goblin.
Can I try to grab Brenna before she...
You can, yes. Yeah, go ahead and give me a dexterity check. See if you can reach out and grab her before she goes.
I'm going to use my inspiration to reroll that.
Ooh, ouch.
That roll, you couldn't even grab your own ass.
Ow. Oh no. Okay, so that was not good.
Stated that Greta goes down the hole.
Going down the hole.
And so, yes, Kiffy, all you see is Grenna disappear into the darkness, and you can hear her sliding, and then finally there's no more noise. And Grenna, I need you to make a reflex save when you get to the bottom.
Black.
What would that be?
Dexterity save?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Pancake, no. Awesome.
All right, Tomas, that sounds good. I have to read through all that here in a minute. It was a novel.
Well, I wasn't involved in this, so I was doing something else over here.
Okay, that's cool. Alrighty, so you rolled a 7. Okay, that's not actually good.
Do it to the best of your ability, right?
Yeah. No, you did good. You did good. All right, so yeah, you end up flying until you realize that you're no longer in this, and you take actually kind of like probably like a 5-foot fall from this to the ground below where the actual little tunnel starts, and you take 7 points of falling damage. And the little stone that you had, it flies out of your hand and just sort of like scatters across this small cavern that you are in. It's probably about 20 by 20 feet. and it is kind of open. But the one thing that you see immediately is that there are at least 3 coffins down here that have been broken up. And they're tipped over and their contents are no longer inside.
Are there other tunnels leading into this one?
There is other tunnels.
Yeah, but if I yell and they're awake.
Okay. So Timble, you're still working on your tunnel collapse plan.
Well, I'm not trying to collapse, but I'm trying to make a hole up.
Okay.
What I would like to do, you allow, I would like to do my little magical tinkering thingy. And I would like to, I don't know how I'm going to do this though. You wouldn't let me put my other thingy. I have nothing. Can't do that.
Oh Lord.
Don't you already have one of those?
Oh boy.
Well, Fred, I wanted
Use that line all the time to pick up somebody.
I probably have used that at some point, you know, to save these people's lives. We go to bed.
You're really not going to let me have my little servant guy?
Nope.
No. Not yet.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble. I don't know what to do.
Kiffy,
Help!
It's down there with me,
Well,
Kiffy, help me make a pilot hole up.
Keefy.
Yep.
Keefy, I've fallen and I can't go up.
I'm gonna try to go after Grinna a little bit more gracefully than she did. Hopefully.
Okay. So down the hole you go.
Try to how wide is the tunnel? At
It's
this point,
it is
it
just
goes down?
it's just wide enough for you to fit.
Land on top.
Yes.
I have no problem bracing myself on walls as I go down.
Okay, so you're actually going to slow yourself down a little bit.
As he
Using-
starts, I'm going to make a swing at him to try to get his attention. And I rolled
Okay.
a 9 on the 30.
I'm being a dumbass and help.
Well, I was trying to give you the rope, so
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
I'm fast now. Oh no,
Yes,
wait,
that's
it's
me.
right off.
okay, well, being that he's in such tight quarters, a 9 definitely would hit because it'd be considered a touch attack, and his touch AC, I'm sure, is probably not as hardcore as his. I don't know. Let's take a look and see what Kiffy's touch AC is here.
You just touch him not where he wanted to be. You touched him in the
But I'm basically
Oh, and
a
his
robot.
in his no square.
Did he
I
say
grabbed
there's
your
no
ass.
square?
I don't know how I could even get the rope, honestly.
Yeah,
It's like
I don't.
round or anything.
Yeah, I don't.
tied
either.
around me, I can just simply untie it and pass it off to you.
I'm literally too wide to bring my arms around to get it. So
Yeah. Because he's literally got his arms forward and pulling himself along, and he's just
It's all
barely
around you.
fitting. It's I mean, if there was rifling in this, it would probably be better. He would just spin through, but there isn't.
I could tie it to him.
Oh yeah, you could tie it to his foot.
What about, does he have a belt?
You wouldn't be able to reach it, but you could definitely do his foot.
If I come up behind him, I wouldn't be able to reach
You
him.
don't no because no.
Okay. Let's see.
Come up with some-
Okay.
Okay.
I'll tie it to your foot.
Okay. Tied to his boots. Okay, so you feel, just as you're about ready to slip down, you feel something latch around your boot, And
Tied the rope to you.
Yep.
I tied the rope to you, Kiffy.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so and down you go. So Kippy, your ascent is slower than Grinna's, obviously. Grinna just went, it's like a slide. Yours is, you have a little bit more friction going for you. So you are actually, give me a reflex save with advantage. Or a dexterity save with advantage, actually. Let's see. You're gonna stick the landing? No, you're not gonna stick the landing. You're gonna get stuck by the landing.
Roll this should be fine.
Just don't land on me, please.
You're gonna get stuck by the landing. I love it. Okay. So let's
Sit with advantage. 17 doesn't make it?
Oh, that's right. You did do the 17? Okay, no, that's good. I'm sorry, I didn't see the 17.
I think saw Tim was first, then saw them the night too. So.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. No. All right, so yeah, you slide down, and just as you're about ready to hit the ground, the rope goes taut, and you're kind of just hanging there for a second, and then they slowly let you down. Kellex, you realize that for a moment there, it was like the rope was just flying through your hands. And you're like, uh-oh. As you're looking back at the end of the rope, like, okay, we got plenty. We got plenty of rope, thank God. So, yeah. All right. So Kiffy, when you get down there, you see exactly what Grinna had saw before, is that it opens up a little bit. You're able to stand up. Both of you guys are able to stand up without any problem. But in the center of this small little cavernous area that has been obviously clawed out is 3 coffins that have been split open, and the contents are missing.
How about you want to bet the vampires are at the end of this cavern here?
Yeah, they probably are. But yeah, we
I
probably.
think I'm done doing stupid shit. Can we leave now?
Yes, let's leave. Let's evacuate Grinna with rope first.
Okay, very good. So let's see. Alrighty, so you start. You cinch the rope off around you, and you guys give it a couple of tugs, letting the folks on the surface know that it is time to to come out of there. And you start being...
And I asked for some of the great diviners and other people to give me a hand.
Oh, yeah. You have plenty of helpers up there. And so a few moments pass, and Grinna, you're pulled up, but Timble is still there making his way. So you're kind of caught, so you're kind of like face to face with Timble at this point in time, as he has created a nice little pit in the ceiling, but there's also blocking the way to get you out. He's made kind of...
There was a thing going to the south, and we're right there where they meet. Can I go to the south?
Yeah, you could actually go back and go to the one to the south, and you'll end up in this grave down here. As you started from this one up here. And so a couple of minutes, you notice that the rope again starts to pull away from you, Kellex, and you're kind of thinking, what? Where are they going? But after a couple of minutes, you hear Grinna's voice. Actually, it would probably be difficult for you to hear if you were standing. You guys are back over here where they started? Yeah, you're probably back over there. Timble, you're actually in the ground, so that's fun. So Grinna, can you make a athletics check? Okay, so yeah, being that you're in a hole in the ground, a lot of times sound does not travel well, away from it. It actually just kind of goes straight up. And if there wasn't somebody standing right over the grave, so you tried to actually jump up and grab a hold of the side, but you just kind of slid, fell back down into the hole.
There's Bubbles here?
Where is Bubbles? Let's see if Bubbles hears you. Let me bring out my bubble sheet.
You got a dog whistle?
I can whistle.
Only racists have those.
Only racists have those. The dog whistle. Nice. I love it. Hold on, I'm bringing up the bubble sheet. The bubble wrap.
Put on the phone.
I can still taste the oil in my finger. And I cut the blood on the stove. It might come burn.
Right. Let's find that. D&D Beyond's being really slow.
I noticed that earlier too.
Yeah, I've been noticing it.
Gosh, D&D Beyond, why are you being so slow? Alright, here we go.
While all this is going on, I'm gonna stack up what I can of the debris around here so that I can get back up to the tunnel.
Okay. So,
Oh, I thought you were tied to the rope also.
nope, he just tied it off the Grenna and up she went.
Yep. I didn't figure that we could both be pulled at the same time.
Okay,
Yeah, temptations. But
I'm going to cut the rope.
That's in the tunnel. It doesn't matter.
I'm going to cut the rope and I'm going to go down looking for Kiffy.
Okay, so, Bubbles.
If Kiffy didn't come up, that's what he would do.
Bubbles is actually over here. So Kellex and everybody who's standing around the grave up there at the north end of the cemetery, you all hear Bubbles barking and looking down into this grave over here at the south.
Bark, 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 bark. What's that, idiot? What's that, Lassie? Give me in the well?
Did Grenna fall down the well? Boy, did Grenna fall?
Grenna fell down the grave!
Yeah. Okay.
Grenna was stupid. Look.
Alright, so obviously I see Bubbles pantsing or barking and stuff like that. I tell the men, don't let go of the rope, and I go wandering.
I walk over to where Bubbles is,
Okay.
and I
He
hit,
yards with it.
and I hit the grave area with mold earth twice.
What?
Straight down. What?
What?
It's pulling it out. I'm making a hole, doer.
Okay, so what are you actually trying to do? Are you trying to raise it up, or are you trying to just fill it in?
He would do that to me.
Is there a hole there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Well-
dug that one up, Yarn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they dug that
Never
one
mind.
too. Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm putting it back in.
yeah, I was thinking to just start filling it back in. I'm like going, wow, little dark there, Yarn. Wow.
That's okay. I wanted to punch Timble in the face, but I didn't.
Okay, I reach down and I pull her out.
Okay. So,
Oh,
okay.
So obviously we look and say, where's Timble? Where's Kiffy?
Timble's being an idiot, and he's trying to dig a hole straight up.
where?
About 30 yards from where we went in initially.
And exactly why I'm digging a hole up, because we won't know where to dig down to make the hole. So we need to go up, have a pilot hole, so they know where, and then it's widened up here, then everybody can have access.
Okay. So if you start at the grave that I originally went in. Go 30 feet.
Depending, you might hear me chopping away.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so
And then it goes down, and you can see where all of the graves, coffins are broken open, and then there's another tunnel going off, but I may be stupid, but I'm not that stupid to go in there by myself.
okay. So while she is telling you all of this, make a perception check with advantage. Everybody on the surface.
Perception.
But it's with advantage.
I wasted a crit on that.
Mm-mm. Okay, so yeah, Kellex, as you're standing there, kind of with your back to the grave, talking with Grinna. Grinna, you look past him and you see it looks to be like a cloud of dust shoots out from that hole. At the bottom of the grave, and you hear one of the grave diggers on the other side, at the north side, says, "Hey, did y'all see that big old cloud of dust just came out of that hole?
Awesome.
That's not good." Okay, so all right, so as Temple was digging, the earth gave way above him and collapsed on top of him. So, right now, Timble, you are being kind of crushed, and yeah.
So, Brian, over there, can we see where is there any visible evidence on the top where it's collapsing on top of Timble?
It's, you don't see anything not immediately.
Okay. See the red box? See the red box on the screen? Yeah, right there. Mold earth twice. Pulling it out.
Okay. Did you see? I don't. Were you able? Okay. Yeah, you were able to see the dust from the grave.
I was coming over here to do that here anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You take let's see, what was it? You take 4 points of damage, Timble. Okay, so tell me about this spell that you're using.
Mold earth. It's a 5x5 cube. I can move it. It basically takes the earth and moves it out of the way.
Okay, so 5x5. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you're gonna have to do it twice.
Yep.
Do you have 2 uses?
It's a cantrip.
Okay, but it's considered. Can you do 2 spells in a turn, or just 1?
No, just 1.
Okay. Alrighty, so you go ahead and start working on that. And then the next turn, Timble is going to take another 8 points of damage before he is freed by you. So that is a total of 12 damage. And then Timble, as you're laying there thinking that you're suffocating or going to die, you see light appear above you, and the face of Yarn stares down at you, and just how do you approach this, Yarn?
Man.
Kiffy, I need you to make a perception check, please. Okay. Down that passageway that is away from this little area that you're in, you start to hear sounds, like something is making sounds in that hole. You're not too sure how far away the sounds are, but you do hear them echoing through this little tiny area that you're right now pent up in.
Okay.
I'm going to climb up out of that hole, and I'm going to be motioning for the grave diggers to come over to dig. We need to dig this out. We need to get Kiffy.
Where's Kiffy?
He's down. It widens out, and then it drops down. Don't know anything beyond that. He went down that. We need to get.
I suspect that
There.
I'm faster than the grave diggers. Using mold earth to get
That's fine.
I don't care. Just dig the hole.
Brian, as many times as I need to do it.
Okay. Well, there's already a hole there. All you'd really need to do is just get a rope and just put it down there. I mean, you don't have to do all that, but I mean, if you want to, it's totally up to you.
Brian, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to make steps down.
Okay.
I'll grab the rope and go back in.
Okay. Alrighty.
And
So
start feeding it down the slope.
okay. So above you, you can actually hear some sort of excavation going on, Kiffy. So you are feeling kind of good about that, at least. And you can every once in a while some loose gravel and clay slides down that little chute that you came down. But after a while, you realize that somebody is actually doing some pretty heavy earth moving, and you hear people's voices above you. The voice, the sounds that were coming down that pathway away from you have ceased. So a couple of minutes pass, and you're now looking up at probably about 60 feet. And you see faces of people staring down at you, Kiffy, from on high, so to speak.
Really, 60 feet?
Yeah.
Aren't you all mid-stairs?
Feeding rope. Feeding rope. Feeding the rope.
All right, guys, this is it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Charge.
We're gonna die.
So I'm
Have fun storming the castle.
I know, you're forgetting somebody.
so like it's 60 feet vertical that we fell.
Yeah.
Holy crap! How did Trina live?
Gnomes bounce.
Evidently.
Yeah.
I
They're called Tiggers for a reason. Tiggers.
yeah. I completely would never have imagined that from the way you described it to start with. I thought it was maybe like 10 or 20 feet.
Oh no. Well, you got to think you were already 6 feet down for the grave, and so yeah, it was just it was a pretty steep, but it was also kind of like at an angle too. It wasn't like you were. So your friends came in directly from the slide was literally a slide.
Yeah, I thought that they were excavating out the slide, not going straight down.
Well, I
Yeah,
can
no,
excavate.
they didn't know. Yeah.
Well,
They just kind of had a general idea where you were at by the way Timble's little area collapsed. So they ended up just going straight down.
okay, well, whatever. Let's get out.
Okay.
Get out or come down, whatever.
Okay, so we
Get
know
ropes in.
we have a tunnel leading presumably where the vampires are. What time is it in the day?
about
Let's see. By the time
5
this
o'clock
is,
in the afternoon.
it's probably closer to like 3 in the afternoon.
Okay. I don't think that we're going to have enough time to go rambling around in the cave and kill the vampires before the sun is up and they wake up.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we need to fortify a position for tonight, knowing that we are going to be attacked tonight.
Well, let's go back to the inn and get us all together and discuss it further.
And in the off chance they don't attack us tonight, first thing in the morning, we need to go into the tunnel. But I wouldn't do it now.
Well, now we know the graveyard's not consecrated properly.
Yep.
Which makes me question the chapel.
So we killed one vampire. We know that there are 2, and there are 3 coffins down there that were disturbed. So
We're
that,
looking at 5.
so that means there's at least 5.
Do we know how long it takes for a vampire to create a vampire spawn?
Nope. I don't think so. Do we?
No, I was just kind of asking if it's something that's kind of a known thing.
Ryan, if we wanted to know if we knew that, what would we roll?
Let's see. That would either be a history or an intelligence, just a straight up intelligence check to know if it's some sort of knowledge that you have. It's pretty obscure stuff, but I mean, you can give it a try.
Or... Yeah, no. No!
All right. Well, let's do a little bit of.
Yeah, what do I know about these fangy bastards?
Alrighty, so what you know about them with regards to raising the dead. Let's see. Here's a how-to manual. How to do this. How to raise the dead.
You never know, right?
Yeah.
And by light reading, I came across a how-to.
Light reading. So you're a vampire now. How do you
Was
get
that a YouTube video with it?
Yeah. How do you?
He appeared.
Yeah. How do you get minions? Let's see. It's Oh. Okay. Let's see. Humanoid slain in this way and then buried in the ground rises the following night as the vampires spawn under the vampire's control. Yes. So that's the answer.
The next night.
The next night. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How many people do we know that died from drinking or died in this mysterious
Illness?
Yeah. I know.
More than
I know at least 6.
Yeah.
Oh, much more.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people who died. You're looking at probably closer to maybe about 8.
8?
Yeah, maybe more.
In my mind, I'm assuming 20, since the mayor's daughter fled to find someone, and she traveled a good distance. So
Maybe she's the vampire and flew there.
No, she was out during the day.
I'm just joking.
Oh. She was wearing sunscreen.
all right, so we're gonna all go back to the pub and talk this out.
All right.
get there just in time for a wedding.
All right.
And Kippy has been removed from the hold.
Yeah. I'll heal Grinna and Tibble.
Okay.
12 hit points.
Okay. Good. Okay, so Tomas, I'm going to give you a 20% chance of you finding some lass here in this village that is going to be willing to sacrifice herself to this cause. So yeah,
I mean, Ellie's she's in an emotional state right now, so you never know.
I thought about that.
What are we talking about?
He's trying to get somebody to marry him.
What?
So 20 or lower. Here we go.
yeah, that's a hold on. Yeah, 20 or lower. Let's see how you do.
Did it roll?
It did.
28.
Is a 28. Unfortunately,
Well, I was actually going to try and use persuasion once I had the crowd there and everything, and I gave my speech, and then I was
Okay.
going to point out all my attributes. You know, I'm quite the find. You know, I am a squire. I'm called the Wire Mouth, the hero of the day of Luna's fullness, Marshal of Fort August, champion of Baronsford, recipient of Trial Yeoman third class, troll fisher, and creator of the Tomas Two-Step. So I mean, I'm persuading them. I'm trying to find somebody.
Okay.
And if nobody, then I'll pitch the mayor's daughter.
Okay. Very, very cool. Okay, yeah. And she is definitely available. So, and about the same age as you, so and not too far off. All right. Very good.
Okay. If you are done trying to woo the local villagers, we really need to develop a plan for tonight when the vampires come.
Oh, no villager at all. So, but I did try and rile them up, and I did have them creating improvised weapons and stuff like that. Is what I was working on while you guys were gallivanting under the ground.
Gallivanting? Really? Gallivanting? My ass was not sashaying down a tunnel.
We were going after Charlie while you were sitting at home, hanging the chicks.
Trying to.
Sounds like a Man-O-War song.
Banging the chicks.
Oh. You were sitting at home while we were killing Charlie. They have a number of songs like that.
It's lovely.
So how many villagers came in, Brian? I guess that's the question.
All right. So at this point in time, you were able to at least collect another 15 people.
And when they came in, I'm assuming because it was the town alarm, did they come armed, maybe, or?
Yeah, a lot of them had like very primitive sort of like pitchforks and hammers and stuff of that nature. A few swords, but not like anything. You can see that some of these people were a part of probably a ragtag militia.
I would think that given Sterich's condition, that most people would have some form of weaponry, especially outlying farms. I mean, it's not actually frontier here, but so much action coming out of the mountains with the giants and orcs. I would have thought that everybody would be at least have some armament.
Well, the mountains and stuff being a little bit further away from Marydale, they don't have as much incursion issues here. So that's why
they're isolated, not as good as you can get in Sterich.
Yeah. Yeah, right there on the banks of the Javon. So not too bad. All right, but yeah. So yeah, you now have a captive audience of probably close to about 35 people.
Okay. Well, I give my little speech and try and rah them up. You know, it's going to be. You know, you're going to have to kill people that you know. But they're not them. Got to kill them. Got to kill them.
Okay. So, give me are you going to use a performance check?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, let's see if you can rile up the troops here. Motivator.
And beyond is what it looks like.
That's
13.
Okay. So, yeah, they're not. I mean, they are paying attention to what you're saying, but also they know that the peril is probably pretty extensive. Once you mention the fact that the people that they might be fighting might be their deceased loved ones, it's a little unsettling to them. But you do, at least you do have their attention. It's not like they're just like playing on their cell phones.
Fight or die.
That is it.
Fight or die. You can lay down and take it, or you can stand up and go on fighting. That's your question.
All right.
Everybody has to ask themselves.
Do we have enough time to make some more holy water?
Before nightfall, Before nightfall,
Overdust is
before nightfall,
That's the
you've probably
limiting
got about like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but the problem is that'll burn a spell slot.
the spell slot. Yeah, that's
Right.
I think Kippy with a healing spell out there.
Can you bless my bladder? I'll go in armed. I'll drink a lot of beer and have a spray cannon.
Does not count as running water.
Ew. I don't think a yellow shower counts.
It's the whole.
They're gonna get one anyway. They pissed me off.
The opposite of holy.
Well, Frank Zappa can take another hour of power just as long as he gets a little golden shower.
Oh gosh.
And would be in the crucible.
Okay. All right.
All right, well, let's set up our defenses.
Let's set up our defenses.
Agreed.
Okay. Hey, Kiff, I hate to keep coming back to this. Do you ever want to do anything special with that necklace thing you found?
Well,
You could give it to me. I'll put it on.
What?
No, I was thinking about putting it on, but I was dissuaded.
Okay.
Kiffy, can I make a suggestion? Go put it on the altar in the church.
Or to identify.
To see that.
What was that last part?
I could try to identify.
Hey, have at it.
All right. Identify as a ritual.
Okay. Alrighty. So yes, you take the time to set this up, and you start your ritual incantations to identify this object. And after a few moments of careful thought and looking at this, you realize that it has several different properties. One is that it's considered, or what you would consider it, a speech stone, that you can communicate through it with someone else who has a matching stone. Another thing that's a little bit, and this is where its dark evil side comes into, is that it nullifies divine magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no healing if we wear it.
So keep it off your neck. Anything else?
If you put it on the altar, maybe Palor can talk to him, be whispering distant whispers in their head. It was a channel gateway.
Now, to get a little bit of more information on it, it doesn't. The nullifying the magic does not have it's not like a diameter or radius to it. It's only for the person who's using it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I take it's not cursed anyway.
No, it's not cursed. Other than that, I mean, yeah, it's.
Okay. Kiffy,
All right, good.
I see this. I'll tell you, it communicate. If you can communicate with a matching stone, it'll also prevent whoever's wearing it to have from being a recipient or being harmed or anything of divine magic. I don't know if it will prevent you from casting it, but let's not take that chance.
Yeah, I agree. That's
Okay.
probably not the best thing to gamble with.
I'd still put it on.
Okay.
You can pull it off my neck to heal me.
Do you have to wear? I guess the question is, do you have to wear it to activate the communication part, or can you just hold it?
You're not really too sure.
One thing though, guys, if you get into it with a vampire and they're wearing one of those necklaces, we want to take that off of them so they can't communicate and they can't block any of the divine spells or abilities that are out there.
Good idea.
Okay. So, y'all gonna spend time to set up defenses, get things in order. Timble, did you want to actually put the stone on, or are you just holding it, or what are you doing? Or does Kiffy still have
I
it?
don't have it in hand. I haven't taken it from anyone, but I would put it on. I'd have no problem with that.
Of course you wouldn't.
No, I gave it to Yarn.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. All right. You spend the time to get things prepared, ready, and
Is Shira still around?
no,
What's that?
no.
When did she leave?
You believe that she left sometime during the fight, the night before.
Ask Melda if what time her aunt left.
She said, I don't know. In the middle of the fight, once I was trying to shoot these things, and when I turned around, she was gone.
Indeed, she was your aunt.
I
Related to you?
don't really know how she's related.
There's a familial resemblance, but curious. Well, thank you.
Okay.
And keep plugging away with those arrows. I think we're going to have wolves.
Yeah, no doubt. Alrighty, so
defenses of my house is taking all the chairs and barricading doors to basically make the former common room, now the living room, a little more defensible.
okay.
Possibly even coming through the front door using tables to, funnel kind of thing, kind of like a cattle trough. So if they come in, they can't peel off.
Right.
The villagers to line up and pile up on people. This is the tactic
Cool.
I'm going to use inside.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty. So yeah, you all settle into doing that, getting things squared away. You have dinner as you're sitting there preparing to, and you're talking with all these other these farmers that came in and other townsfolk. You can see that everybody's kind of on edge, a little worried about what they are going to experience. They saw the brutality of these monsters the night before, that morning, this morning, with all the decapitations and the terrible things that occurred. So but your speech to them, Tomas, did at least prepare them for. But it definitely doesn't make them feel at ease. Of course, you could always try to. You could do some music or something if you wanted to try to lift their spirits, but that's totally up to you.
Yeah, I'm singing songs about war. It's not really working. Yeah, hey, let's go. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Dance, dance. Dun 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 dun. dun.
We are the champions.
Yeah, more like we're the champignons. But that did work. All right, yeah, they're kind of uneasy. Still trolling around for a woman that can be mine, that I can, if I leave the house, then she's protecting the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, you can make the moves on some of the young ladies here, or even Lily. I mean, that's totally up to you. You can put the.
I would like to talk to Lily.
Beware of that guy over there. He's a stalker or something. Yeah, I can see it.
No, I'm going to say he's swell, but I'm going to talk to her about her her home and her family. Is her mother still alive?
No, her mother is gone.
So the house would pass to you?
But yeah, well, it's actually being that it's the mayor's house. Whoever the mayor is will end up taking over that house. So she's going to have to eventually find a place of her own.
I could run for mayor. Everybody's here. Let's hold a vote.
I'll go against you. Because I want the house.
I'm just going to try and persuade the best looking chick there. So if it's Lily, that's it. I mean,
Okay.
I'm materialistic at the same time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Materialistic at the same time and shallow.
He's a guy. He's male.
Put it in perspective.
Come on now.
Arranged
honest.
marriages are normal, and that would have been something I would. My dad's probably got somebody arranged for me already, so I'm going to.
Oh, probably.
His plans, which
So
will be
you should
fun.
be setting up the dads.
Nah, at this point we're just doing it. So.
I'd like to
also-
marry your daughter. Here's 3 cows.
That's probably a little bit more than I was offering.
Okay. So are you guys going to have the villagers stand watch again?
Oh, I think we will be adding ourselves.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay.
I accidentally rolled percentile dice twice, so but they never came through.
Oh.
Beyond that, like I said, I
Yeah.
just refreshed it, see what would come up.
Do we want to have 2 of us up for watch?
Well, I think we could have the villagers as one of us.
What the hell was that?
You said if I wanted to keep looking for somebody and gave me a 20% chance, I rolled a 2.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So there you actually have like 2 people to pick from. It's either going to be Lily or this woman named Xena. And Xena is kind of like
She's galloping.
She's kind of like the opposite of look to Lily, where Lily has long, kind of wavy black hair, sort of doe eyes and things of that nature, very pale complected, but in a pretty sort of way. Xena is different. Xena has short cropped red hair. Her eyes flash green when she, it gets excited. She has freckles and she wears glasses. But she does seem to have a fiery sort of spirit, where Lily is a little bit more reserved.
How big is her boobs?
Oh, gosh.
Wasting game that. Yes.
You described Ed's girl.
Somebody's
Pretty
touching.
close.
Did I like describe his type or something?
Yeah, you're pretty damn close.
Damn. Okay. Shit.
Xena, because she has a cooler name, I'm going to say, look, marriage of necessity. I'm throwing it out there. I'm not a bad catch. Don't look as great, but I have some wealth from family and standing, and I want to be here, but I want to protect the village. And if I go out there to fight, well, then somebody's got to basically protect our house. And I wanted to make it our house. And if you marry me, then you're with me.
Give me a persuasion check.
This is going to be fucking awesome. Be a 20. Be a 20. Oh, suck. 11.
She listens to your pitch. She does seem like, it does seem like it's not a bad idea, but she says, unfortunately, at this point in time, I'm very, very sorry, but I would have to check with my parents before I could do this, and they are right now away in at the capital at this time, but they're supposed to be back tomorrow. But yeah.
Tomorrow will be late.
Tomorrow might be too late, and
He's-
you've already seen me do more for the village.
He's putting the pressure on.
He's not wrong.
If you're all bent on getting married, why don't we all get married together in a group marriage? And you can do that because there's nothing that says it has to be a man and a woman or anything. Hey, get out of here and go to work.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
No. That way we get the plus one crap that goes along with being married.
I don't want to marry you guys.
Wait a minute. We get a +1 for
That's
marriage.
okay. I don't think Melda would approve.
Yeah. So, as you can tell, I've been watching D&D shorts for the past few weeks.
Well, I would say, she can try this whole marriage thing on for size just to see how it fits. But,
Time out. How much time we got left?
I think it's about time for us
15
to
minutes.
fight.
Yeah, we're getting. Yeah.
Why don't we call it, table the marriage crap permanently and finish up what we're doing?
Got it.
Okay. So very good. All right. So give me a how you want to break up your watch shifts.
I would like to be on the first watch or the last watch, so I can possibly get a long rest to get my spells back that I burned today.
I don't have to worry about
Be on the
spells.
second and third.
I've not burned any spells, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, me neither. Bubbles and I can take first watch.
I'll go second because I have no concerns about spells.
Okay.
None.
I'll go third because I have the strange feeling.
I called it. I called third.
No, I go third.
We
It's
should
going to
double
happen in the third. Now, let me go.
we should be doubled up first
Yep.
of all.
Super.
So
Okay.
I'll go with Kippy, and that way he's protected if he's asleep on last watch. So you can get ready. Whoever's on first watch. So what we got? That's 60.
Yep.
That's 3 watches.
Yep.
3 2-hour watches.
Yep. That way, we got Tomas and Kiffy and me and Kellix and the 2 gnomes.
Okay.
Whee!
Sounds good. All right. So
Stunty's in the middle.
Yeah, you're in the stunties in the middle. Come on.
okay. So very good. Alrighty. So yes, as everybody kind of settles down into their evening, as darkness falls outside. The door has been barricaded, the windows have been shuttered, and everybody is just kind of huddled down inside waiting for something to happen. And the first watch goes by pretty uneventfully, except for every once in a while Bubbles' ears perk up at the sound of the howling of wolves within the village proper. You can see that he is a little bit concerned about this. It shoots a glance at you every so often, Grenna, and then stares at the window that had been busted the day before, that has been boarded up. You hear on top of that just you hear strange noises inside inside the building itself, like the building is like settling, and just this type of strange creaking noises.
Is there a basement?
Yeah, there's a cellar. Yeah.
Every damn movie ever. I need to check the cellar.
Go with the
No!
cellar.
No!
The cellar's great.
Need to check the cellar.
I've already done my stupid trick for this time.
Nope. I think it's
I'm
too
gonna
late.
take, I'm going to get 2 of the. I'm going to go to Tomas.
Town's
His freaking house.
Get your ass in the basement.
I need to look in your basement.
Oh yeah, it's over there.
Come with me.
Hold on.
Just remember to scream.
Loudly.
I really wanted Bubbles to come, but
Sure, send him.
All right, I accompany him to the cellar real quick.
Okay. So you
And,
almost assemble in the cellar.
I don't like
Well,
this.
Brian, I just sent you over kind of just a quick diagram in the chat about how I was positioning the tables when I said I was trying to create some troughs and kill zones.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
So we're going down into the cellar. Yay!
Yay! We're going to the cellar, kids. All right. So yeah, you pull open this hatch that's behind the bar, and you start to make your way down these creaky wooden steps, about another 8 feet down into and this is an unfinished basement. So it's got a dirt floor. The walls, though, are stone, so that's kind of nice at least, but the floor is just hard-packed, like river clay.
We're going to bring a villager with us.
Okay.
I'll give him Rich.
Yeah, two basically I had to have them at the door. If anything comes up, just run out. You know what I mean? And when you say it's hard packed clay, is it wet? Because that would be harder to dig.
No, it's not wet, but it is. It does retain moisture, but it's not like damp.
How many kegs of beer are in here?
There's about 15.
Busting them all open. Pour it down on there so it becomes like a wet, quagmiry floor.
Okay.
So if somebody kind of tries to tunnel up through it, one, it's going to be all gooey and go down on them, and then that'll give the villagers an opportunity to come warn us that they're coming up through that way.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So yeah, you're
This is all
there
my stock.
busting out. Yeah. So after the 15 kegs, and some of these are quite large, you actually have probably about a foot worth of beer on the floor in here. So it's kind of dangerous. But yeah, so if you're standing in it, it's kind of it's a little treacherous. But those who stay, if you stay on the staircase, it's not so bad. But yeah, it's about a foot deep.
I'm on the staircase.
Okay, cool.
All right, go back up and get ready for them to attack.
Okay.
Okay. These two back doors in the corner, did we barricade those?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Just checking.
Okay. Cool. All right. So the last, the second to last shift, you are. Who is on that shift? I think it was. Yeah, Temple.
Third.
Okay.
Me and Grenna.
Yeah, you and Grenna.
Oh,
Okay, so you two, I need to make perception checks as you're standing there, setting watch in the new living room of Casa Tomas.
Casa de la Waverly.
Okay.
I'm paying attention to Bubbles.
Okay, so yeah, Grenna unfortunately did not. She was kind of nodding off a little bit. It's a little bit hard to stay awake, being with all the crazy that had went on. The Timble, though, you start to hear. It sounds like a crackling noise. And
What's Bubbles doing?
Bubbles is sort of looking around, and you hear like he's sniffing the air.
From which direction is the crackling coming from?
It sounds like it's coming from the west.
Okay, crackling. Is it like I'll touch the wall to see if there's vibration, like it's having a stability problem, like somebody's trying to knock it down?
No, there's no, you don't detect or feel anything that's actually affecting the building.
Okay, if I peek out.
Okay. So as you peek out, you look across the river here, and you see that the Temple of Pelor is on fire.
That's not a good thing.
I guess it wasn't consecrated.
Well, I will have elbowed Grenna, so I'll make sure she's awake and knowing what's going on. And once again, I'm going to go and wake Tomas.
Okay. Tomas ain't getting no sleep.
And let him know that the temple is on fire. So much for the chapel's consecration.
Well, I mean, you can burn it from the outside. It doesn't have anything to do with being consecrated. No. All right. Well. Conscious
I
of
would
Kippy.
think that would be desecration. So.
No, they won't care about that. They burn down shit all the time. Get all the villagers up and awake, being conscious of Kippy, trying to let him sleep as long as possible.
Yep. I will get Helix and Yarn up.
Are y'all going to go over there and try and put it up?
No.
No.
You can do
So
it.
we might want to be aware.
That's what we call a trap.
See that? That's bait.
Okay. So I'm thinking that I'm looking at the time here, guys, and I think this is probably a good place to probably call it for the evening. It leaves us right about 5 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time. So what'd you guys think? Did y'all have a good time?
Please. Yeah.
It's tricky.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh.
Yeah, trying to figure out what to do, so we don't end up getting ourselves slaughtered.
Yep. We don't want to walk into something, silly, but at the same time, I mean, you got to try to figure it all out, and it's tricky. There's lots of angles. I will say, Brian, I'm pretty impressed with that NPC list. I went down and looked at that and was like, okay, look at all these dead bodies. That's all I could think.
There's a lot of dead bodies. Yeah.
And the potentially dead also, because there's a bunch of people here.
Yeah. All right. So tactically.
We got no tactics.
Yeah. Well,
Good move, kill it.
Good moves, kill it. I mean,
We can't agree on a tactic.
But it's always the best laid plans in Dungeons and Dragons. Always, usually after the first round, it's like, oh well, that was beautiful. We loved it.
Everything goes out the door after contact.
Yeah. But no, but yeah. Okay. I'm glad everybody, had a good time. I hope. I know we didn't get to do a lot of combat this evening, other than the beginning. But we are definitely setting the scene for all types of chaos and calamity here pretty soon, hopefully. So
you did say at the beginning of this adventure that we would level up at the end.
Oh, I did, and that is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
So now you are what, like level 2?
We're gonna do it.
Actually, I'm gonna take a level. I'm gonna take a level of cleric. I'm gonna take a level of cleric on Windtop.
He's gonna take. You got like 5 levels of fighter, and then every other level from now on, it's like every class.
Actually, I got 3 levels of fighter.
Oh, okay, good.
Or actually, 3 levels fighter, 1 level bard, 1 level cleric.
Nice.
Well,
It's gonna be.
What he thinks his path in life is going to be.
Yeah. He's like a.
He's confused.
It's like it's a freshman. It's a freshman college student. Doesn't have the faintest idea what the hell they're doing. I'm going to change majors every level.
I might not. I might look at the character and how he put it. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
is there
Alrighty.
any venting? I know we've got an open rafter in this building. Is there any venting or windows up there?
Oh yeah. There's small windows, but they're not like functional windows. They're
Can't really see out of them.
Yeah, they're up higher in the rafters. They're just really there to provide extra light.
I'm kind of shifty that way. I wouldn't mind climbing up to one and seeing if I can make a perch to look out.
Okay. All right. Well, we can work on that.
I'll take the north one.
All righty.
What is next game?
Yes.
Yeah, we do have to talk about that. I know, Ed, you were talking about possibly going tomorrow for
Yeah, it won't
Ravens
be
Law?
tomorrow. No,
I
it
was
won't
just
be
saying,
tomorrow.
I can't. I won't be here.
Yeah, and out of that, this trip, this weekend was a long one just because yesterday was so friggin' hot outside. I mean, we came home, we drove up and came back, and I laid down yesterday and slept, and I slept all day pretty much. I was like, man, I was exhausted. I came home immediately, down 12-pack of beer, and it went downhill from there. So
That's not really hydration, you know.
it was close enough.
Brian,
Yes.
on the leveling up, any third level spells in that spell book that I have that we got from the mage I one-shotted?
Yes. Yeah, you can use those.
Well, I don't know what they are, but you didn't tell me.
Oh, I never told you? I'll send you a list.
A list.
Well, I'll send you a sheet on them, not a list. I mean, gosh.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so yeah, to close out the stream, thanks everybody for dropping by and hanging out. If you're catching this on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button down at the bottom. You know, subscribe, you know, hit the thing. Yeah, you guys know. Because we definitely appreciate it, especially when people watch the videos. I've been noticing an uptick in viewership on the videos, so that's kind of good. I'm kind of impressed by that. Also, with people watching on Twitch afterwards, after the fact. So people are catching us. Not sure when, but they are catching us. I'll have to go back and look at the analytics and see what go through all the steps there.
See exactly who the dirty old bastards are appealing to.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Find out exactly.
14-year-olds going, that's what I want to be when I grow up. A
Oh,
bearded old bastard.
It's great. He plays Dungeons and Dragons all day. Yeah. That's pretty much. It's like my dream come true, and I'm getting closer to it every day. It seems. But yeah. So when are we gonna meet next? Or is it like 2 weeks or next week or? I don't
2
know.
weeks from tomorrow.
2 weeks from tomorrow. Okay.
The 19th.
19th. 19th works. That sounds like it would be a good plan. Actually, 19th is
Good for
great.
everyone.
Yeah.
Good to go? Thumbs up?
Yep.
All
I like it. Okay, guys. So, yes. So, yeah, big thanks goes out to Drunkards and Dragons. Make sure to drop by drunkardsanddragons.com to check out the blog. You can see all types of really cool written articles by people here, which is really wonderful. So, yeah, give them a check. See what they're all about. Check out the Mystic Syndicate YouTube channel and Twitch channel. We post about at least once a week now. Something is going on here at the channel, so we got that going on. It has mostly evolved from it was strictly just D&D at its very beginning. Then we broke into some gaming, some online gaming, and then now it's almost exclusively all Dungeons and Dragons now. So it works. So other than that, everybody have a good week, and we will see you in 2. Bye all.
Take care, everyone.
Have fun, guys.
Castle.
Have fun wrecking Ed's Tavern.
Old 97 still hasn't burned.
Yet.
Yet.
Outlived the expectation.
Yeah, it has made past 3 adventures. I didn't think it'd make it this long.
Oh, no chance. I thought probably about 2, and Ooh.